Hello, you guys. Happy Monday. It's Courtney. How are we? So, I have had the most fun day. So, I got to coach this morning, and I've been doing calls all day, helping women get started in Hungry for Happiness. And they're crushing it. 4 of them are like, heck yeah, I'm going to go change some lives. So, I want to talk to you guys about what I want to do with you guys right now. So a lot of you know the story, my story of disordered eating, my story of body image, my story of just really not being happy. Most of you know I graduated from Hungry for Happiness about a month ago. Oh my gosh, 2 months ago. So anyway, I have done a beta program. We did a beta program in January. Hi, Katie. What do you guys jump on? Give me a hello. So did the beta program. It was amazing. Got some incredible changes. Like, these women have made such great strides. And then I've got a couple one-to-one clients right now. And obviously, we've had the gym for 9 years. I've seen a lot of stories there. So there's a lot of parallels that I'm really starting to see. And last week, it just came through me that there was a different kind of program that I really wanted to create, and I really wanted to get out for you guys. And I want to do it like right now because I don't like waiting for stuff. So I'm going to talk about the disconnect, right? So many of us want to lose weight. We want to get healthy. We want to feel different, really is the thing that we're looking for, right? Like, we want to feel different. And so we go down the road of just, like doing the surface, not surface level, but the old school, like change what you eat, exercise, whatever. Hello, Kestine. We just do that, right? And we leave off the other sides of it, right? Like, we leave off the emotionality, we leave out the mindset, we leave out the spirituality. We just focus on like the things. And that works a lot of times for people for a while, but eventually self-sabotage happens. Our underlying beliefs come in and they sneak in and they do this thing where we go back to what we were doing, right? And then we gain weight back and we're like, why am I in this diet cycle of on and off, right? And then the other side of that, which is incredibly beneficial, right, is getting into the deeper levels of like, why do you have this relationship with your body, and why do you have this relationship with food, and how do we heal it, and where did it come from, and how do you take ownership, and how do you feel whole and loved and know that you're enough, so that you don't need external validation, right? And how do you let go of that emotional weight so that the physical weight will go? I think that's amazing. I mean, obviously, like, that's changed my life in the last year. But what I've seen is that for most people, we actually need to bring, I'm going like this, you guys can't see my hands. We need to bring the school of thought from the emotional side and the spiritual and all of that stuff, and also the practical application into one, okay? And so my original goal with Flow was always that to be the best version of yourself, to live at your highest energy, to show up exactly as the person you're supposed to be, you need all 4 parts, okay? You need to feel, which is the emotional side. You need to nourish your body. You need to understand mindfulness and the mind-body connection. And then you need to move. Hey, Alana. And then you need to move. And so Flow, my program Flow, stands for fiercely loving and owning your worth. Okay. So for so many of us, that's just what we need to do. We need to fiercely love ourselves. We need to own our worth. But we also need to understand, how do we nourish our bodies? How do we move our bodies? What is the best thing in your life, right? And so this program, my other programs are long. They're 4 to 6 months, right? That's not really long, but it seems long, right? So they're a little bit longer. So I want this one to be literally a launch, okay? A launch pad of, it's 6 weeks. It's 42 days. We're going to take 6 weeks, 6 lessons. We're going to dive into, how do we make these changes? How do we start to go inside? How do we start to understand our relationship with ourselves? But in the same time, how do we create actionable habits to nourish our body? I don't ever want you to diet again, but you do need to nourish your body, because if you're just doing this side and you're going to McDonald's all the time, you're not your highest energy. You're not your highest self. If you're just doing the food and the exercise and you're not taking care of the inside, that doesn't work either, right? So my goal is that you take 6 weeks, okay? You maximize your energy. You look at yourself as a science project. You get to just learn as much as you can about yourself, about why you do what you do, about how food affects your energy and your nourishment, and how you feel and how you show up, and what happens when your gut's unhappy, and how that, like, how all of this stuff works together, right? Like, 6 weeks to get to know yourself on a different level. 6 weeks to say, okay, this is what I need to do. These are the boundaries I need to have around food. This is where my triggers are. This is why I emotionally. This is like really, really get a good understanding on you, right? I cannot give you the answers. We are all different, but I can give you the tools and the questions, and I can teach you habits and patterns of how to understand what's going on with you and how to really learn how to shift those long term. Okay. So, my biggest struggle right now is I have so much that I want to give you guys in 6 weeks, but I know that's not going to work. So I'm really dialing in you guys right now exactly what it's going to be. But I want you guys to think it's big picture energy, do everything, hi Kel, do everything for your highest best energy, okay? And then understand how the 4 pieces of this puzzle work together, because all together they will make you the best version of yourself, right? And so you might be like, okay, well, I've got movement, I'm good, right? I've got this, I've got that, okay? So it's going to be 4 weeks of that. I have a portal for you guys, okay? So you're going to have an online place you can go. In there, I've got amazing recipes, okay? Food that's going to nourish your body that you get to decide if you want to eat or not eat. And then you get to decide, like, how does that make me feel? How do I feel in general? Okay. I'm going to give you, oh, thanks. They're my summer nails. So I'm going to give you guys actual recipes, actual food that I think is a good way to start nourishing your body. Okay. I'm going to ask you to pay attention to what you're eating, not eating. There's no pass fail in this. This is not a diet plan. There's no pass fail, but here's some great recipes that are going to make you feel good. Okay. We're going to talk about how to set boundaries around food. Okay. In that portal, there's exercises. There's stuff you can do at home, right? Maybe you need something different. Maybe you just want to do something else. Okay, so I'm going to give you that. There's going to be 6 weeks of video lessons of me going through observation and identification, love versus fear, right? Like really uncovering, like, what are our belief systems? How do we create awareness? How do we stop doing, how do we stop judging? What's our need for certainty and uncertainty? So really 6 weeks of very solid stuff. But it's also going to have tools as to, like, okay, well, if this is my belief and this is my action and this is why I self-sabotage, like, how do I fix it, right? So I'm going to give you guys actionable steps on how to fix it, okay? And then the best part is I want to be on this journey with you guys, okay? It's going to be a limited number of spots, but I want to do this with you. And how do I do this with you? It's through group coaching calls, okay? So once a week, we're going to do Wednesday nights. We're going to do 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We're all going to get on a Zoom call and we're going to talk and you're going to tell me, like, oh, here's the thing. We talked about binging last week. Like, this is why I come home and I binge at night, right? And then we get to break it down. Like, was that an emotional hunger cue? Was it a physical hunger cue? Was it a habitual? Was it social? Like, where is that coming from, right? And I want you guys to be able to ask me questions. I want to be able to coach you through the real stuff, because that's where the growth happens, right? And so we're going to do weekly calls. So there'll be a video released and then there's going to be weekly calls. We're going to have a private Facebook group where you can have access to me full time. A lot of you have my cell phone. You can totally have my cell phone. So, like, I want to be on this journey with you hands down for 6 weeks. Okay. What I want to see is us come together. I want to see this amazing group of people, guys, girls, whatever, really come together. And I want you to shift. I want you to shift your relationship with food. I want you to shift your relationship with your body. And I want you to see that when you shift that, what else changes, right? Because the biggest thing we need to understand is, like, if we're in this battle, what's it costing us, right? It's probably costing us our happiness. It's costing us time with our kids. It's costing us being confident. It's costing us going to the pool. It's costing us, like, relationships with our husbands. It's costing us friendships. It's costing us a ton of stuff, okay? So I want you to see where that is. I want you to understand how to gracefully and without judgment embrace these challenges and make these shifts. And I want to be able to do that with you. So that is my mission. I am so freaking lit up about this right now. Like, I just think this is the thing that so many of you need. Like, in my Happiness Endeavor group, we've been talking and I really feel like this is the thing. I wanted it to be shorter, and I also wanted it to be priced at a point where everybody's going to be able to do it, okay? Because my one-to-one coaching, right now, I understand for a lot of people, or for some people, is a little bit of a stretch. So I really wanted to come up with something where I could help more of you, and we could do it together, and we can really make it fun, and we can really change a lot of things in 6 weeks, okay? So, thanks, Alana. So if you guys are called to this, if you feel like maybe this is for you, there is absolutely no pressure, but I want to just jump on the phone with you. Let's just chat. Let's see where you're at. Let's see if this is a good fit for you. Let's see if this is really the next thing that you need to do. Okay. It's going to start on June 24th. So I will drop my calendar link in there, but you can fill that out. You can just totally DM me and we'll figure out a time. We'll take 20, 30 minutes and just really see where you're at, see if this is a good fit and see if this makes sense for you. Okay. So I love you guys. If you have friends that want to do this. So I've got some little incentives. So if you're like, you know what, I want to do this and I know my best friend also should do it with me. Okay. If you guys sign up, if you refer a friend, okay, you're going to get a 30-minute one-to-one with me during the program, right? Best thing you can have is that ability to talk to someone and really talk about what's going on, right? So you're going to get a free half an hour one-to-one with me if you refer a friend, if you refer two friends. Every friend you refer, you get a call, okay? Share this with the people that you know need it, right? It's always more fun with friends. So also for the first 10 people that join the program, I've got a little gift for you guys too. So if you want to be one of the first 10, if you just want to know more, just drop me an email or drop me a DM, comment on here. I'll reach out to you, whatever you guys feel like you need. I love you. I want to support you. And I'll be coming out with a little more stuff in the next 9 days. And if you have questions, if there's stuff that you're like, you know what, this is the thing I really need help with, tell me, because I will put it in there because I want to help you guys as much as I can. So I love you all. Thank you. And I look forward to chatting with lots of you very soon. All right. Bye, you guys. This is how I end my videos for my videos at Surge. Catch you soon. All right. That's cheesy. Love you guys.